Greetings and salutations, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Game Break. I am Charles, coming to you today with another episode of Everlasting Summer. Now, last time round, we wrapped up day 6, and we finally got some answers in regards to just what the heck is going on in this weird pioneer camp of weirdness. And it's looking like we're in a multiverse, a multiverse stuck in a time loop. And there's a couple versions of us, it looks like. Some of us nicer than others. But now we're rolling into day 7. And I do believe that today's the last day of the game world plot, as far as I know. So let's find out just how things are going to go sideways, or even more sideways than they've already been. Now we need to go there. Let's go. The bright sunlight was striking my eyes even through my eyelids. I stretched out lazily and quickly got myself out of bed. It was 2 p.m. Well, there goes half the day. Looks like yesterday really finished me off, and my body required much more time to recover than usual. I had a stroll around the room, thinking of what I should do today. Obviously, my life in the camp would never be the same again after everything that I'd heard from that strange pioneer. And if everything's just as he said, I have plenty of time ahead. I grabbed my hygiene kit and went outside. I managed to take only a couple of steps, as someone ran into my back. If they're running, I'm going to guess Ulyana. I turned around and saw Elisa. "Hey, be careful!" she said indifferently and ran on her way. She held some kind of a bag in her hands. Whatever. Yet another ordinary day in this crazy place. I finished brushing my teeth and then spent an eternity washing my face with ice-cold water to bring myself to my senses and refresh my head at least a bit. I felt a bit better after that. Suddenly, hope struck me from nowhere. It wasn't a hope that I'd be likely to leave this place safely. Rather, I just didn't want to believe that everything is as bad as that guy told me. "Good morning." I heard a faint voice coming from the woods. Someone stood behind a tree. I wonder who? Morning. "Are you ready?" Ready for what? I looked again, and it seemed like it was the pioneer from the bus stop yesterday. Indeed, I was prepared for such weirdness today, but I wasn't really surprised, and started this conversation quite clear-headed. "You didn't believe him, did you?" What are you talking about? Everything that he said. All right, but what is your opinion on what is happening? I'd already distanced myself from the outside world and decided to treat everything happening to me just like a fictional film, not reality. Hopefully, it would give me more room to move around in terms of situational logic analysis. Oh, this is the hesitant dude, not the creepy dude. My bad. He has the creepy dude's face.
There is an exit. There has to be,
he said excitedly. I don't know, but I'd like to believe that too.
If you just... Semyon!
I turned around. Slavia was standing right next to me.
Who were you talking to?
No one. Just talking to myself. I hardly think it's worth telling her about aliens from parallel worlds. She probably can't even see them anyway.
Have you prepared already?
Prepared? For another hike?
No! Today's the last day of the session.
What? A stupid smile settled on my face.
Ooh, I like this music. This is nice. There will be a bus this evening. We're leaving.
Holy cow. I was ready for even the most incredible of twists, but was this what that mysterious pioneer was talking about? Probably it was. Well, apparently I'll have to go for a second lap and live yet another week in this camp. But this time I know everything. I haven't packed yet. It's not like I have much to pack anyway.
Okay.
Slavia shifted her gaze. Seemed like she wanted to say something, but hesitated. Well, see ya then. Oh, that was her. Yeah. I had to ask when we're leaving at least. I went to the square with the intention of discovering that. There's got to be someone I know there. But, believe it or not, there was only Genda waiting for me at the square. Probably all the pioneers were busy with packing. I took a seat on a bench and just stared at the sky. Turns out that today I just have to wait for the departure, pass out on the bus, and wake up in this camp again, just like the first day. Everything was drowning in silence. But I hear birds. It's exactly that time of a summer day when the sun seems stuck in the sky. The birds and crickets have gone for an after-lunch doze, and the wind is saving its energy to deliver long-awaited coolness to people in the evening. It suddenly crossed my mind that I haven't just missed lunch, but I haven't had any breakfast either. It was ridiculous to search for anything in the canteen. The pioneers had surely cleaned up everything just before the departure. I scratched my head and made my way to Olga's cabin. Surely there should be something edible in the table's drawer. Someone called for me just as I approached the door. Shurik and Electronique swiftly approached the cabin.
Are you already packed up?
Already packed up, I answered, imitating him.
You haven't quite been yourself the last few days.
What makes you say that?
How should I know? You'd know better.
I mean, why are you so concerned?
No reason. A real pioneer always treats a comrade's problems as his own.
I cast a skeptical look at him. Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine. There actually was half a loaf of stale bread and a piece of smoked sausage in the drawer. I ate everything with deliberate pleasure, washing it down with smelly water that Olga probably used to water the plants. Just as I finished, someone started knocking on the door. Come in. Oh, jeez. Ulyana rushed into the room.
Oh, it's just you,
she said disappointedly. And who did you expect to see? A circus complete with bears? Ulyana giggled.
Where's Olga?
Don't know. I shrugged.
Why not?
I don't know because I don't know. What do you want from her, anyway?
Got to ask something before the departure.
Okay, I'll tell her that you were searching for her if I see her.
By the way, why aren't you packing up?
Like I have much to pack.
Well, see ya.
Alright, so we've already seen 4 of the pioneers so far this afternoon. She cracked a sly smile and bounded out of the cabin, slamming the door behind her. And still, it's really strange that nobody seems to be puzzled by the sudden departure. And why am I the only one who's not expecting it? Like everyone really cares if I've packed my things up? As well as that, doesn't anyone care that this is the last time we're seeing each other? The words of that guy in the forest yesterday, about all the camp's tenants being unreal, suddenly sprang into my mind. Well, right now I'm more ready to believe it than ever. The desk drawer where I found my breakfast contained lots of odds and ends. I grabbed a pencil and a piece of paper, examined them for some time, and then slipped them into my pocket. Just in case. I had no intention of watching over all the pioneers running around and packing, so I just lay on my bed and didn't even notice how I dazed off. It was somebody's voice that woke me up. Oh, hey, it's you. Which one are you? A familiar pioneer was sitting directly opposite, with his back to me. I'd gotten used to him a bit since yesterday, and it even seemed that I stopped fearing him. Hey, why do you always hide your face?
Because you shouldn't see it.
If you say so. I wasn't in a position to argue. So, what are you going to reveal this time?
You already know that it's the last day of the session, don't you?
Yep.
And you've already spoken with that one.
Yep.
So, what did he tell you?
Nothing special. He said that there's an exit out of here. The pioneer burst into laughter.
Yeah, I believe that. I believed that too, ages ago.
And now?
And what is now? I have my past, my life back then.
He stopped talking for some time.
Anyway, it was all a long time ago, so I don't really remember. The future is all the same. Loops, loops, loops. Repetitions of the same story. Where is this now?
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm not yet as lost in time as you are.
Oh, that's nothing. That'll come with time.
He broke into diabolical laughter. There's just one thing I don't understand. Really, just the one. What's your reason for coming to me? What do you expect to achieve?
Me? Nothing really.
So why did you come then?
It's just because you, him, and others like us are the only real people around here.
Given everything he's said to me already, I just wasn't ready to believe that all the local tenants are just puppets in some kind of hellish stage play. Are you sure that you're right?
Right about what?
Well, that you're right about everything.
I can't be right or wrong. I didn't choose this world. I didn't throw myself into it. I'm just here. And you're just here.
Listen, I've already got a headache from your philosophizing. I was kind of puzzled myself as to why I was so calm talking to this mysterious pioneer. Well, here it is, right in front of me. All the fantasy and devilry that's happened in this camp. Here it is, an explanation, at least a partial one, for how I got here. Here they are, the answers I've searched for such a long time. On the other hand, my behavior was quite logical. What's the point of listening to him?
Oh no, you will soon understand everything yourself.
Somebody was knocking at the door. I got up to open it. It was Slavia on the doorstep. You came to see Olga?
No.
Come in then. I was 100% sure that the pioneer had already disappeared. Turns out I was right. Slavia took a seat on the bed and I snuggled against the wardrobe in the far corner of the room. She was distinctly nervous. Did something happen?
Not really. It's just today's the last day.
Well, I'm already aware. Better late than never.
Well, so I thought... we probably won't see each other ever again.
It's a small world, as they say.
But maybe you would give me your address to write letters?
I would have if I only knew it myself. You know, let's do it the other way around. You give me your address. I'll definitely write to you upon arrival.
But why don't you want to give out yours?
Well, we were just about to move, so you never know. It's better if I write to you. I tried to put on my cutest smile to make my story look more credible.
Ah, okay. It's fine then.
Slavia got up and seemed to be leaving. Hey, wait. What about the address?
Let's do it later.
An expression of sorrow and disappointment crossed her face. I just shut the door and right then heard the spiteful voice of the pioneer from behind.
How does he do that? Well, happy now. You've hurt a girl.
What have I hurt her with? What should I have said to her? My dear, write to my dear granny in the village. Or should I have left her the address of a house that's probably not even built yet?
So what? I am not my brother's keeper. It's your world, not mine. I'll manage somehow in my own.
That last phrase really made me squirm. You know what? I didn't manage to finish the phrase. Someone was knocking at the door again. Come in. Ulyana flew into the cabin. Why the rush, milady? I made an excessively showy bow.
Me? I'm just...
Her eyes darted about cautiously and her cheeks were blushed.
Just wanted to say goodbye.
There will be time for that anyway. After all, we'll all be going on the same bus.
Yeah, you're right. But it's kind of embarrassing in front of everybody.
Oh, so there is something that you can be embarrassed by. I laughed. She pouted.
I just wanted to tell you that you aren't a douche, really. In fact, you're almost a cool guy.
Her words astonished me. Well, thanks. You're good to hang out with, too.
Well, that's that.
She rushed outside, slamming the door loudly. Stop popping in and out.
Hey, didn't expect that from her.
Did you?
I got nothing to do with that. I told you.
It really looks like you knew what she will say.
Maybe I did. Maybe not.
You just came here to mock me. I started to lose my temper.
That idea had also crossed my mind.
Then why the hell are you hanging around here? If I ever need a man to comment on all my actions, I'll hire a professional psychologist.
You think that after all this time I don't qualify as one?
My estimation is that after all the time here, you've definitely gone bananas.
All psychologists are freaks.
Yes, but not all freaks are psychologists. He laughed out loud.
A sense of humor, how encouraging. Frankly, your jokes are fairly lame. Who are you laughing at? At yourself?
Listen, if you've got nothing to do in your own world, go and bug that second one.
And have you got anything to do in your world?
The pioneer sharply countered. He's got us there. You know, I'll find out what to do. I'll pack up my things, leave this camp.
And then what?
Then what? Like I know? I've never been in such a situation before, believe it or not.
It's just that you've forgotten that you won't be able to leave the camp.
Yeah, he was right about that matter. Probably. Just because you fail to do so, that doesn't mean that I will fail too.
You're the boss.
Oh my goodness. There was a knocking at the door. So quietly that I barely heard it. Damn, who else is it? I hissed under my breath and shouted, "Come in!" But the door didn't open, so I pulled the handle myself. Lena! Lena was on the doorstep. Looks like I really scared her. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. You came to see Olga?
No,
She said, staring at the ground. So, what is it then? What did Lena want from me? Come in. She came in and hesitated in the middle of the room. Wanna take a seat? I pointed at one of the beds. Lena hesitated a bit more, but nevertheless took a seat. Did something happen?
not at all. It's just...
She threw a quick glance at me, but blushed at once and looked away.
Here.
Lena took something out of her pocket and handed it to me. I was stunned. It was my phone. But where did you get it from?
I found it in the forest.
Okay, but why do you think it's mine?
Some boy told me so.
Have you ever seen him before?
I don't know. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a pioneer uniform.
Everything was clear at once. And don't you wonder what it is? I looked at the screen. There was still some battery left, therefore the cell phone shouldn't just look like a piece of plastic to Lena.
I don't know. Some kind of game?
Yeah, you're right. I quickly opened Snake in the menu and handed the phone to her. Here you go, a keepsake.
Oh, what are you doing? I can't.
Lena waved her arms at me. Take it. I have loads of these at home. She resisted a bit more, but finally she took the device.
And what do I do with it?
Press the keys to move left and right. You've got to eat these pellets and keep from hitting your own tail.
Wow, it's so interesting.
She smiled.
Thank you. And yet I have nothing for you. It's so embarrassing.
I don't need anything, thanks.
No, that's not good.
She said with a voice that sounded more confident than usual.
It's the last day today, after all.
Yeah?
I hope we'll meet again.
I think we will.
Then I have a present for you.
And what is it?
Close your eyes.
Okay. I did so.
And promise that you won't open them until I tell you.
Okay.
No, you have to promise.
All right, I promise. In a moment, I felt a light kiss on my cheek. Aww. I was really eager to open my eyes, but I did promise.
Open.
The room was empty. What a girl. The only thing I managed